Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing very well today. So today's video is going to be a shop my stash, and it's going to be featuring some newer makeup products. I don't have a full face of new products, but I have quite a few new products here, but I will be using some products from my shop my stash. So before we get into primer, I've actually been wanting to show you how I've been using this e.l.f. Daily Dew Stick. So this one is the pink one. It's in the shade Cool Berry, and I have really been liking this for underneath my eyes before going in with makeup. I feel like this is very cooling under here, and it really does a good job at hydrating the under eye. And then I just lightly kind of tap that in with my finger here, and I feel like it makes a big difference with just making my under eye feel nice and hydrated. And also I feel like my concealer sits really well on top of that. So I didn't care for this as a highlighter, and I was really struggling with trying to figure out how I wanted to incorporate this into my makeup routine, and I definitely found a way to do that. So I just wanted to share that with you in case you have that product and you're figuring out the same thing. For primer, this is a new one. This one is from L'Oreal. This is the Prime Lab Redness Eraser. It has 4% niacinamide. It says that it covers redness, even tones over time. So here's what this looks like. I did pick this up at my local grocery store, and it is really liquidy. So I'm hoping it's supposed to feel like that, but for some reason it kind of worries me at how liquidy it is. But like I said, hopefully it's supposed to feel like that. I don't know, but let's just test this out. I don't think it's supposed to do anything else but correct redness. So the consistency is really thin. It's not a favorite, that's for sure. It feels a little bit oily, but it doesn't appear oily, at least on the skin. So at least that's good. And I just don't feel like it did the best job at concealing redness. Maybe it did, I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel like it didn't. Let me add maybe just a little bit more. Like especially on my cheek area, I always could use additional concealing there, because I don't correct redness a lot on the daily. Even though I have redness, I put on foundation. So foundation usually does that for me. But if this is a product that I can use maybe on days when I'm not using makeup, but I want to correct redness, that's kind of what I'm testing it for. So I feel like on camera, it definitely looks like it has maybe concealed some of that redness, but in person, no, I do see it. Yeah, I think it is correcting pretty well. All right, so before my sponge dries completely, let's go in with my Wet n Wild Dewy Foundation. This is what's in my shop my stash, so I'm just going to use this. I do wear the shade Shell Ivory. I've been really enjoying this, you guys. This is a beautiful foundation. I love shop my stashes. I seriously love shop my stashes. They just really help me to fall in love back with makeup products and just basically solidify my love for the products in my collection. I really hope that if you don't do a shop my stash but you've always wanted to, I really hope that you'll consider doing one, because they are life-changing. I'm being serious. Like, they are so good. I absolutely love doing them. Anyways, so quick question for you guys. You know how I own the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation? I opened up my foundation drawer today, and it was leaking from the pump. It was as if the pump like got loose or something, like it was unscrewed, and it was leaking. I had to clean it up. It got a little bit on other foundations in my collection, so I just quickly wiped those off too. But I know that people have talked about how that pump has broken on them, but after I cleaned it all up and screwed the pump, like screwed the cap back on, I pumped some out and it still worked. So it doesn't seem like the pump is broken, but I don't understand why it was leaking. Like, I don't even apply it by unscrewing the top. I apply it just by pumping out the product. So that was really weird to me. So comment below, has that happened to you guys before? Like, is that pretty common for NARS foundations or what? Because like, that was so strange to me. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my God, like, did this foundation break? Like, I was really sad because I love that foundation. I'm gonna go in with, this is a newer product. This is the Makeup Revolution IRL Filter Finish Soft Matte Concealer. I do wear the shade C4. Really liking this one so far. I think that it gives pretty decent coverage, and I feel like what I like the most is this applicator. I kind of showed this in my speed reviews video. It just has a very, like, I don't know, like, it has a good applicator. It's very unique. I'm just applying more because I didn't completely get full coverage with the foundation, and that's fine. I didn't apply that much. So anyways, but yeah, let me know if that NARS foundation does that to you guys, because that was so weird to me. So I hope that y'all's January is off to a good start. Mine has been a little bit crazy because it's the start of the spring semester. I work in higher education, and so it's a little bit hectic at each time of the start of the new semester. So I've been pretty busy at work, but I love this time of year as well. I just love the start of a new semester. It's just, I don't know, it's one of those things where I like that fresh start, and yeah, anyways. So I hope your January is off to a good start. Mine's going pretty well. Oh, I put too much on my under eyes. But I just can't believe that it's already, what is today, the 15th? No, it's the 14th. It's the 14th, because yesterday was Friday the 13th. Spooky, right? Anyways, but I just can't believe that it's already basically halfway through January. So comment below how your January has been. And quick shameless plug, I did post a speed reviews video. That was my most recent video, and I spoke about a lot of these products that I'm using today, all of these newer products. So it doesn't have a ton of views, so please, if you can, after this video, go give that video some love, comment, like, all of the things on that video. A few of you did already watch it and comment, and I love you for doing so. But yeah, if you want to hear my thoughts on some of these products, please be sure to check out that video. I'd really love for you to do that. Get a sip of coffee out of my princess mug. It's like 2:45 in the afternoon and I'm drinking coffee, but you know what? I drink coffee all the time, all day long. Does not matter to me. So I'm gonna go in with my Huda Beauty loose powder. This has been my love lately. I talked about this in my speed reviews video again. I just love this. This has been my love. It sets the skin so beautifully. It even sets the under eyes so beautifully. I have really just gotten down to a routine of how I enjoy this powder, and it's been treating me so well. It is pretty fragranced, which is a little bothersome. I will look past that because of how the performance, basically because of how well this powder performs. But if you are sensitive to fragrance, definitely be mindful of that. And I looked on Sephora's app to see if this was in stock, and it's not. This powder is still out of stock. I hope that she's not discontinuing it. I mean, I can't imagine. I would imagine this is a bestseller for her, but it's out of stock. I found mine in stores, so maybe if you're wanting your hands on this powder, maybe check in store at your Sephora. So I'm going in with my Beauty Blender Pocket Puff, and I pretty much load my Pocket Puff with powder, like I really do. And then I just press it underneath the eye. And like Emily Noel says, you microwave this powder. So instead of baking, I microwave. So what that means is that I'm not letting it sit very long because I don't want my under eye to get dry. So she calls it microwaving, and I'm stealing that what is it, that technique from her, because that is really what I do, and I feel like that's all this powder needs. It's just a little bit of microwaving, and then I go in with whatever is like left over on the pocket puff, and I just kind of target it on the areas where, I don't know, I could use that extra blurring. And it has really just made a difference in making my complexion flawless. And I've been loving this brush too. This is the BK Beauty 108 brush. It's like a really nice and fluffy under eye brush. So, and then if you feel like your face, maybe that's a little bit too much powder, you can just kind of go over it with your beauty sponge. This is the e.l.f. Total Face Sponge. And just kind of press over everything with your sponge. And I think the complexion looks really good. Do I need color? Absolutely. So let's go in with some bronzer. So I don't have a new bronzer. So again, just pulling from my Shop My Stash. This is the Revlon Skin Lights Prismatic Bronzer. And this is the shade 115 Sun-Kissed Beam. And so far, I don't know how I love this bronzer. It looks so beautiful in the pan, and even swatched, it looks so pretty, but for some reason, it doesn't look that good on the skin. At least I have a hard time seeing it on my skin. And maybe it's the brush. I'm using a BK Beauty 107 brush. It could be the brush, but I just feel like I can't really see it on my skin very well. Yeah, like I can see that it definitely bronzed up the skin, but it's so light that I feel like I can't really tell. I wonder, you know what? Let me try a different brush. Maybe it's this brush. Let me try this one. This is a very, very old Wet n Wild brush. It's disgusting, don't look at it, but maybe this one will pack more of a punch. Maybe, because I haven't tried this yet with a different brush, so maybe that'll do it. This is like such an old bronzer from Wet n Wild, or old brush from Wet n Wild. Like, is that working? Like, I don't want to look crazy with the amount of bronzer, but I want to be able to see it though. I mean, that kind of helped, but not a ton. I can definitely see it like right here on camera. I don't know. Okay, let's go in with this though. This is from NARS. It's their new Orgasm Foreplay Blush Quad. This is stunning. This is so pretty. Look at this beauty here. It's so stunning. It has 3 glowy blushes and a highlighter. I really hope that this will work for deeper complexions. However, I'm not sure because all 3 of these blushes work for me. So whatever that means to you. I'm kind of focusing in on the deeper blush, and then I might do a little bit of mixing here and there, but it's just so pretty. I've been really impressed with this face palette, and I'm really glad because this is really like my first, I guess, NARS face palette. Like, I had one that I had purchased from Poshmark a while back, but it was a lot older and it was bronzers, and I just wasn't super in love with it. But of course, they launch a ton of face stuff, and I don't own a lot from NARS, and they're kind of a brand that I would love to get to know more about. They actually released a pressed powder recently, and I'm a little bit intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued by that powder. So I kind of want to see some reviews on it and see what people are saying about it. So I wish that you guys could talk to me through the screen, because I'm like, should I use this highlighter or should I use my Rare Beauty highlighter? Let's use the Rare Beauty. I feel like you probably want me to use this one. I have the shade Mesmerize, and this is definitely a very beaming highlight. It's very pretty. The shade Mesmerize is more of the rose gold shade. It's very pretty, but again, you have to like highlighter that you can see from space. I don't know how well this highlighter will match the eyeshadow palette that I'll be using, but that's all right. Okay, so I kind of want to go ahead and set my skin already, or set my face, and I missed this. And this is the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Veil Mist setting spray. This is very, very beautiful on the skin, and I was in love with this for a while there. Let's go ahead and prime the eyes. I'm gonna use my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. Love this stuff. I swear I get away from using this a little bit and then I bring it back into my regular rotation. I love it. I fall in love with it all over again. All right, and next up are brows, and I am just so obsessed with this Wet n Wild's retractable brow pencil, and I have the shade medium brown. So let me go ahead and fill this in really quickly, and then I have a new brow gel that I want to share with you. Okay, so I went ahead and filled in my brows. I love this brow pencil. I've been so obsessed with it lately, and I do have a new brow gel to share with you. So this is the new NYX the brow glue, but this is the tinted version, and I did pick up the shade dark brown. This was supposedly the cooler toned option, so that's why I went with this one. I normally don't go for too dark of brown like colors when it comes to brow products, but I wanted, maybe I need to zoom you in a little bit more, but I wanted the cooler toned option. So I love the regular brow glue, so let's try this one out. I've tried it before, but I wanted to show you on camera. I have to be super careful because this does get a little bit gunked up with product, and I don't want too much in my brow at once. So I feel like you can really see that they push them up quite a bit. I like the tint for sure. I'm not sure if I needed it though. I just love the brow glue so much that I wanted to test this out. Wow, they look super bushy though. You can definitely see that they pushed them up a little bit, but I think the brows look good, but man, I'm having a fierce brow day, that's for sure. All right, let me zoom you out just a little bit. I don't like it too close and personal, but for eyes, I'm going to be using this new palette. It's from ColourPop, and it's the Sage the Day palette. It's very beautiful. It's this really beautiful green color story, and let's go there with the green, right? I love this because while it is a more quote-unquote colorful palette, because it's obviously green, it's more of an approachable green. It's an approachable way to get into color. So let's go ahead and start with this color right here. It's called Keep Calm, and I'm just gonna go right on in with the greens. So I think that built up so nicely. Yeah, I really like that. I love soft greens. I think they're so flattering. My mailman is here and my dogs know it. All right, so here is that mid-tone green shade built up, and I think it looks really good. It blended out really nicely. This formula in this eyeshadow palette from ColourPop is that good eyeshadow formula, the one that we love. ColourPop last year, they came out with those larger panned palettes, and I just feel like the quality is not as good as the palettes that have these smaller pans. I don't know what it is, but these palettes perform better than those larger panned ones, and I don't know why. But besides the point, let's go ahead and deepen up the crease now. So now I'm gonna go ahead and let's go into the shade Intuition. It's this brown mid-tone shade, and I'm just going to put this in like the actual crease of my eyelid, so like right in here, just to give a little bit of dimension to the lid. I feel like it's taking away from the green that I just placed just a little bit, but that's all right. I can always add more. Going back into the green just to kind of bring that back to the lid. I'm not sure if I needed to do that brown step, but yeah, I kind of regret doing that, but that's okay. I just wanted to use a little bit more of the palette for you all, but I probably shouldn't have done that because now it's looking a little bit muddy, but that's all right. Nothing a little shimmer can't fix, but oh no, I don't like that as much. Oh well. Okay, now let's go into the dark green shade right here. I really like that they included this dark green, this olive shade. My husband would love this color. He loves green. It's his favorite, olive green in particular. I'm more of a mustard gal myself. That's my favorite color, is mustard. Love that color. But yeah, these formulas in this palette just perform so well. The shadows are so nice and soft, and they blend out really easily. I don't have any issues or anything. The shimmers are really nice. For me, it's never the mattes, it's more the shimmers in those newer palettes that I don't love. All right, so here is what the eyeshadow is looking like. I think it's even, it's close enough. I'm ready to go in with some shimmers though. Okay, so I went ahead and already went in with my NYX glitter primer. So now let's go in with the shimmer shades. So I think I'm gonna use both of these shimmers here in the middle. So I'm gonna start with this shade first on the lash or on the eyelid, and then I'm gonna go in with this brighter green shimmer shade and put that closer to the inner corner. All right, so here's what the eye look is looking like. Very, very pretty. I feel like I want more pop though from this light green shade. So let me add more. Maybe overlap it a little bit with. Okay, so there's what the eye look is looking like. Not gonna lie, it's not my favorite look, but that's all right. I'm gonna go ahead off camera and apply some mascara, and I will be back to complete the look with the lips. All right, so I applied mascara. I used one of my favorites at the moment, the Milani highly rated anti-gravity mascara. I love this one. And then I'm about to do lips, and I went in with this lip liner because the lipstick that I'm about to use, I definitely like a lip liner. This is the Revlon Color Stay Longwear lip liner in the shade Nude. All right, so the lipstick that I'm gonna go in with is the newer ones from e.l.f. So I did pick up one shade from the new e.l.f. collection. These, I believe, are called the O Face Satin Lipsticks, and I picked up the shade Dirty Talk. So again, I talked about this lipstick in my latest speed reviews video. So here is what the shade looks like. It's very, very beautiful. It's a nice pinky nude. I'm not sure how well it'll complement this eye look, but it's the only newer lip products that I have. So let's go ahead and apply this. These are super nice and hydrating. All right, so here's the shade Dirty Talk accompanied with that Revlon lip liner in the shade Nude. And I like this lipstick. However, it's not a new favorite of mine. I feel like it's a little bit slick for me. I love satin lipsticks. Those are my favorites. I love cream formulas, but I just feel like these from e.l.f., I feel like it slips around a little bit, and that's definitely not something that I love. But I do think I like this better with the lip liner. It's just kind of throwing me off a little bit because I haven't worn a lip liner in so long, and I just suck at applying lip liner. but this is the completed look. Here is what the eye look is looking like. I really love this ColourPop palette, the Sage of the Day. I highly recommend picking this one up. I did pick this up from Ulta, by the way, in case that you were wanting to check it out. I also really enjoy this NARS face palette. I recommend this as well. This blush palette is stunning. So yes, the Rare Beauty highlighter, it's really pretty, it's nice. However, it is really beaming. You're gonna have to be okay with that type of highlighter. Really enjoy the newer Makeup Revolution, what is this? IRL Filter Finish Satin Matte or Soft Matte Concealer. I really like this. I think this is really nice underneath the eyes. It's very pretty. So those are me trying out some new products. I hope that you enjoyed. Comment below, what are some new products that you have picked up recently? I would love to hear from you guys. What have you been loving? Do you have any recommendations for me? Some products that I want to pick up for myself are, I know that Revlon has come out with a new foundation. It's like a skin illuminating foundation. I really want to pick that one up. That might be my next pickup. I also want to try out the new Maybelline powder foundation because I'm trying to find a replacement for my Makeup Revolution powder foundation because I feel like that one is getting discontinued. So those are what comes to mind right away when it comes to like what other makeup products I want to pick up. But comment down below what your favorites have been. What are some new products that you've picked up? What have you been loving? And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of my YouTube channel family here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will go ahead and see you in my next video. Bye!
Maybe one day it'll be easy.